Hello. More world time. Good shit. Hello, unknown rotes. Hope you're all doing good today. Righty. I came to a fort. Since I have my sheet, when I finish a tree, like I've got all of the stuff for it in that current rank, I might as well put the one of the next rank into it. Because I'm always just going to refer to this sheet to check what's going on anyway, in terms of bits and bobs that I need. And it gives me a better bit of knowledge on if I need to care about, what do you call it? Certain bone piles and all of that stuff, right? Which I might still need things for. That I'm otherwise like, I'm good on these, and then I actually still need like 10 more of them in the next rank, and then I'm back to gathering bone piles again, because I just didn't think about it for a while. So I think that's a good idea to start doing again. Could also do a bug. Might as well do this bug, since this bug gets an upgrade. Pseudocath. 3. Same thing with the bugs here. I'm gonna, the ones that I've done, might as well. Gives me an accurate count, as terrifying as it is to say, on the hard bones. Since these need hard bones, and then these need hard bones again. Locked behind the Elder Dragon stuff. And tertiary resources is not a problem. I'm gonna have all of those. That's good. But nonetheless, useful to have the info on. Okie dokie. I'm gonna get going. I'm gonna start. Shouldn't be a terribly too long a time, I think, for multi today. It depends how much Deviljho fucks with me. Deviljho could fuck with me. Done you. I do still need... No, Odo is done, as is Legiana. I need to do Black Diablos. These two. Black Diablos. And Pickle. Is that it? I guess it is, huh? Huh. Weird. Well, let's start with this horror, shall we? Do I want to do this? I do only need one pickle weapon, so no, I don't. This might be quite hard with my armor as low as it is, but we'll see. Gonna be a good time to do this, maybe. You reckon 2 shots? I mean, that's absolutely, yeah. I would say that's a no-brainer. to be honest. Does it have to be in the box to be? Yes, it does. My elemental resistance will carry. I do have 10 dragon, actually. 11 dragon resistance. With the food. That ain't too shabby. That ain't too shabby. Did we finish the world story yet? No, I'm in HR7. World story doesn't finish until arguably HR9. Although I believe the second you ding up... Is it the second you ding up to HR9 or the second you ding up to HR10? It gets completed. And then you uncap, so you actually never see one rank. I think it's like technically actually impossible to see that rank. Good morning, Oni. Is the tiredness still claiming you as a victim today? Yes, unfortunate. Unfortunate. You don't remember. I think it's HR9. Is, like, technically unviewable. And then I think it's 24 that you get locked at to go to 25 via Basil Quest. And then 49 that you get locked at. If I remember, but I'm not entirely sure. Sorry, I was cleaning my glasses. Ow. That gave me defense down. I didn't bring any adamant seeds. I'm a muppet. Hey, Ein, welcome. $15 is the cap before Xeno? Okay. Oh yeah, sorry. It always fucks with me. The thing I have at the top of my screen where it says HR8 that I fucking confuse myself with is it's high rank 8-star, not hunter rank 8. Because in Diablos one, it says LR6. Because they've removed them in this game. So yeah, 16 is a cap. You are correct. But 16 will be the number that you probably never see then. Like, I think it's actually probably technically impossible to see it. Because you'll always uncap the higher. Have you ever seen a HR7? I'm sure you will eventually. Even though you probably should have. Are you kidding me? Any crazy people do a side and no optionals? I'm honestly like legitimately surprised that even that doesn't take you above the rank level. Why didn't it fucking fall over? You piece of shit, Double J. Can you just do this? Yes. Yes, you can. That works, I guess. This fucker did not want to fall over, man. You spent 10 minutes fighting him, his health caps, you realize they force you to use the clutch core. Ever since Iceborne. Can't you get the special knockdown on him? Where he does the flinch backwards, then you hit him in the chest and he falls over. That should work though. Yeah. Was World Storage unlimited? No. If I remember correctly from what M10 said before, base world is like 1,000, I think. And then, Iceborne is like 2,000 or something? I don't know. It's not unlimited. It's just that the page size is so small that it scrolls for a long fucking time. Wasn't Pickle base game? I think they changed because of the way that they change stuff in Iceborne though. If you hit him for a while in the base game, he would eventually fall over. But clangers. He wouldn't fall over, he just clangers. Which isn't the knockdown. But yeah, you could use the special knockdown, I think, like that. The Devil Joe specific knockdown. I don't know how that works for me. Because I've got the mod on that turns claggers off, but I don't know if it turns them back into knockdowns. Or... if it just turns them into nothing. Anja had a similar toggle? Really? I thought it was a Devil Joe exclusive thing. I don't know any other monster does that animation, do they? Where they do the fall back and then the rear up and the bite forwards. Because it's the thing specifically for attacking his chest, I think, right? Yeah, that animation. I think it's specifically a chest flinch. I would not be surprised to be wrong, but you wonder if a Pitfall would do the trick? I don't know, actually. The Pitfall traps don't work. They're like vine traps. They're not pitfalls, but the vine traps don't work. She stays on the back, even though I feel like she could very easily escape at that point. And I wish tenderizing was skill based. You know, the times you don't always need to wait for a clagger, you can just tenderize at the end of a topple, yeah. I mean, I wish that tenderizing works the way that wounds work in Wilds. Where if you just keep aggro on the same monster part for a while, it would eventually just become tenderized. Yoink. Not going down, eh? Works, I guess. For the lightweight class weapons? I mean, tenderizing is at its most fun when you're playing either Sword and Shield or Dual Blades, in my opinion. Because they have innate attacks that they can use to insta-tenderize monster parts in their moveset. People overstate how much you actually need to do it. It's just the meta people who are like, 100% FP. Because they can't physically function if they don't crit with every single attack. The hunts take longer for sure, but I played through all of Iceborne. First time round, I didn't tenderize at all. Because I forgot it existed. To this day, you don't know how the clutch claw mechanics work. All you need to know is you can slappy and you can shooty, but you can't shooty if the monster's angry. I think you can also do a little bit of pointy shooty as well if you want to slap the monster in the face, but two slappies makes the monster angry. So if you double slappy, you might as well triple slappy. That's it. The rest of how it works is fucking irrelevant. I literally don't know the rest of the mechanics. All I know is the baseline shit on how to make the shoot into walls work. I think there's like 5 more features to that thing. Oh my god. Oh. Monster running away clutch claw. That is the best use for it. 100%. Dude, it pisses me off when people do that in hunts. Like, I get it. You want your agitator up and online all the time, but like, let the monster be chill for a fucking moment, please, so I can have a breather. Like, permanently enraged goddamn Tigrex. Sprinting around at 100 miles an hour constantly. The second it gets out of range, someone's like, oh! Also, people... this is the thing that I don't understand. People jump onto the face, they slap it 3 times, and then let go. You at least sling it into the wall. It's free damage. It's a free knockdown. Has to be a wall nearby. I mean, no, it usually is though, right? Electrifying, like, on a trail, I was like... Takes 10 more seconds for monsters to get angry, so less agi up time. You probably do more damage in the amount of time that the monster is on the floor for. Compared to the amount of time, the amount of damage that you would do having agi up, but the monster being actually, like, fighting you. If you're looking at it from a purely damage perspective. True. That's it. How many monsters do I have left in 7-star? This pickle, both losses, then Black Diablos, that's it. And then it's multi. And I'll do the double loss quest, so... Kobe! Sack of shit. World makes every fucking monster rollable. Easiest fucking thing in the world. Also, world makes monsters roar fucking incessantly. There we are. So that, yeah, you fucking deserved it, little shit. roll your roll. Discord would hate that message. True. Discord would not have a fun time with that one. Hi, friend. I've got it turned off. I'll just pop you. Raw number gen. Tony, what are you doing? You pleb. God's words though, Wyvern riding? Oh my god. Don't remind me. I unironically think that might be one of the worst mechanics they've ever added. What's the competition there? Clutch Claw? Underwater if you're one of the people who doesn't like underwater. Counters. There's a gameplay mechanic. Valor style. Adding Adept Evades to the baseline moveset in Wilds to Dual Blades. Nerf Dual Blades. Nerf Dual Blades, Capcom. Capcom, please. Nice. Fucking off to the other side. Even if they didn't fuck off to the other side of the map, it's such a, like, interruption to the flow of combat when someone just slams the monster, like, 3 times into the nearest walls, right? Just to get the ride to end as quickly as possible, which used to be the way to do it. Although you could just slam it once, but then it felt like a waste, so people would do it 3 times. Really interrupted the flow, the gameplay flow. I'm glad they let you turn it off in Sunbreak. It makes Rise a lot more replayable. The fact that you can turn it off. Speed Sharpening Deco. Hello. That's a good one. Hello, you little shits. Yes, now you're riding. Yep. Oh, no. I got the best... The worst mechanic that has ever existed in Monster Hunter at any point ever. That was fixed in a title update towards the end of Base World's... Or towards the start, actually, of Base World's life cycle. The fact that other people attacking can interrupt your curves on the main monster once the quest is ended. How much of a problem that was in Base Worlds. Oh my god. Green. Ba, 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 ba. Not being able to attack during mounts and for you? Yeah, that was pretty dog shit as well. And the fix to that in base generations was so fucking good. Oh. What a wonderful fucking upgrade, man. So good. To turn it to the complete opposite direction where attacking is beneficial. Didn't mind it too much? Yeah. I didn't mind it either because I would also use it for sharpening because it's like free sharpening time. But it's definitely just like dumb. No free flashies, huh? Randomly join my lobby realizing I'm streaming as well. I don't really play Monster Hunter unless I am at this point in time, so yeah. Yeah, he's going down with that. Whee! I believe it only does mount. It does damage towards the bar, but I have no idea. War Mace though was ruining mounts all day. You thought they all just sucked. The difficulty gap between normal and hard in Stellarvade? Oh, why is that? Is it like just ridiculously demonstrable, is it? normal is easy as fuck. Hard makes so every boss feels like Red Hand from the DLC. Thank you, Rathian. Yeah, having the new game, the difficulty that's meant to be played on New Game Plus available before you've even played the game once is a bit weird. There's a reason why that's usually logged, right? It's the type of thing that would be nice to have a little pop-up, like, just so you know. This is intended to be played on New Game Plus, or something. Or a little subtext on it, something along those lines. Is he gonna start limping mid-flight? Because he has dropped 2 pods. No, okay. Shots plenty. Yeah, probably. There is plenty of people who probably should seek therapy though, rather than playing games the way they do as well. And the overlap might be quite high. I mean, it's hard to compare specifically in that instance with the first boss, though, if you've already done it on a harder difficulty, because then obviously when you go down a difficulty, it's going to be ridiculously easier, right? Depends how long it takes for you to beat, like, the second on normal versus hard. I think the point that Eugene is making, Oni, is the sheer difference is the problem. It's not the fact that it's not subjective, it's the fact that it goes from being for in Eugene's case completely a fucking joke to, oh my god, I want to rip my fucking eyeballs out, right? If the only difficulties are those two. Oh, well, yeah, well. In that case, that's, not relevant, right? There we go. I'm dead. You made those cards harder than they needed to be, Rathian. You're not normally that annoying. Whee! Difficulty is in general kind of like shit, in my opinion. So I'm very neutral on it. I can just understand the perspective. I understand why games have difficulties. I understand why people want difficulties and whatnot. But it's kind of just a shit system in general, I think. The amount of work you need to put in to actually have like a good different difficulty option is probably not worth the effort development-wise for the amount of time it would take. So it just becomes like number stats boosting, and then that's just like artificial difficulty, and that sucks, right? It's not harder because you need to display more skill or use your knowledge better, it's just harder because number bigger. Are you sure over the whole Dark Souls thing? Yeah. I understand from a consumer's perspective to a degree of like you want to play this thing that people think is cool, but you can't do it because you're not good enough for it, or you're just beyond the point where you can do it. It doesn't have the you're maybe too senile in a way, you just don't have the reaction speeds because of whatever reason, blah 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 blah, right? I also think simultaneously it's a bit fucked up to be like, hey you should compromise the thing you made for my sake. as I want you to. Oh, there we go, paralyzed. The thing about difficulties, probably like one of the few things about difficulties that does annoy me, is when normal is not the intended difficulty. That pisses me off. Say you've come by. I think, if I remember correctly, it's a thing in a tree in Odyssey. I've not played it myself, but I will do at some point because it's in the redeemed games. And the like intended difficulty is hard. So, like, why isn't that normal? What do you mean? That's the way you want people to play the game. That normal is that's the intended difficulty. That's the normal way. It's just like weird. For your rare occurrence, yeah, I don't think I've seen it in many situations. It's just fucking odd. Balance is needed. I can't say I agree with that personally. Unless you mean balance between the levels of difficulty. Because then I understand that. Or at least some like clearer delineation with being able to look at what the stats mean. Otherwise it's very nebulous if, you know, if it wasn't marked the story, but as easy, and then it's like, enemies don't exist, enemies are torture, and somewhere in between, it's a bit like, well... How are we meant to know without potentially being driven off from the game first? The difficulty in of itself is subjective, but selecting the difficulty and what the words mean does not have to be as confusing as it is at the current moment in time. Because I've just played so many games, right? I can go into most games and pick hard and I'll be fine. It will be a normal experience for me. But then sometimes you'll come across something and you'll click on hard and it will be torture. It is. Someone designed this to actually, like, physically cause you pain. But it's still the same word. You find Rise hard, you get shit on for it. I mean, it's the thing of, like, multiple things can be true, right? You can find Rise too hard, and that's fair. But if the general consensus compared to other Monster Hunter games is that the game is too easy comparatively, then it can still overall be too easy, as far as people are concerned. They can both be true. Base Rise not so much? Isn't Base Rise significantly easier than Sunbreak? Because of the boost in speed that the monsters get? If hard mode enabled every 18 plus scene instead. That would be funny. Dude, I would love that as an option in games. To have a please, I would like to play the game, not play a porno option. That would be great. Just make all, like, the sex scenes and stuff just, like, fade to black or something. That would be fantastic. Everyone's wearing, like, normal clothing. Instead of, like, skin-tight latex or something. It'd be fantastic. Base Rise longsword doesn't make as much a difference to you. Yeah, I think that's just because Base Rise is not... There's not really much of anything there, to be honest. Sunbreak is a lot harder, but it's a lot because the monsters get so much quicker. But as long as you don't, like, mindlessly spam Wirebug in Base Rise, you essentially are invulnerable. Has no meaning. Saying something is subjective when it's inherently opinion is basically saying nothing, right? Is what Eugene means. Because it's just a self-evident truth. Of course it's subjective. It's an opinion-based piece of logic. You cannot be wrong if you say that difficulty is subjective. It's worth saying because some people don't realize it, but I think you're having two separate conversations, basically. Eugene is talking about difficulty in comparison to itself, rather than the fact that hard is too hard. That's not the point. Game is supposed to go back to start in area 3. It's rather the start that's the stuff on hard, right? Yeah, it's just a rough start. I imagine a lot of that comes with understanding how to play the game better and whatnot by that point. You're welcome. I understand what you mean. I understand what Odie means as well, though. It's just one of those, like, shitty things where... it's why I say I think difficulty as a, like, thing is just... inherently poorly done. The way it is done at the current moment in time. I don't know how it is in Stellar Blade specifically, right? But I would imagine it's basically just the same thing, except stuff is quicker and hits harder. Because that tends to be how difficulty works in games that are action-based. There doesn't tend to be like moveset switch-ups and all that stuff. I hope there is. That's the superior way. That's the good way to do difficulty. It's just numbers, yeah. That's the shit way to do it, sadly. At least in my opinion. Why am I killing normal Diablos when Black Diablos is my target? I've been killing normal Diablos this entire time for no reason. Whoopsie! I got distracted by what we were talking about. Counters, etc. as a Taita. That's a pretty interesting way to do it. As long as it's not to the point of, like, disgustingliness. I like that. Because that's a higher skill expression, right? When enemies just have more health and hit harder, technically it is higher skill expression, but it's like the weakest way of doing it. Because it's more like endurance than whatever. Still, that is a pretty forgiving Windows, in your opinion. Fair enough. It's such a cute bug. Yeah, it's like a little moth. It looks so good. A little guy. It's adorable. That has enough speed to not be dog shit. That's a shield mechanic. Oh god, I hope you're not going to find out something that's like baseline mechanics at this point to do with that game, and it's just Eugene being talking about like blocking in general or something. Stellar Blade is what they're talking about. Hollow. By shorting it to SB, which in my brain would automatically always become Sunbreak. There's a shield meter? Right. You think it's Sunbreak too? Yeah. Especially since we were actively talking about Sunbreak at one point as well. The extra health bar? Oh, do you have like an energy shield on top of your normal health? Well, I'm dead. When there's parrying, blocking us for wusses. Also, man fails boss fight 3 times in a row. Cries like a baby. Gets pissed off in game. Who would do that? You. You. Much will I love the Plunder Blade later on. I'm not going to get the Plunder Blades for one very specific reason. I fucking hate the ability that it gets in Iceborne. Not in Iceborne, but because of Iceborne at level 10 plus. Where it does the stabby, 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 stabby and makes like gold drops happen. The noise of it frustrates me to no fucking end. It's as annoying as people spamming zero-sum discharge over and over and over again. It just pisses me off. Blocking an enemy attack doesn't do damage to you until it drains the shield, which recharges over time, doing stuff well. Parries deal no damage, yep. Okay, cool. When you miss time a parry, it counts as a block. Neat. That is a very cool system. I like that. Soul of Cinder be like. You truly do fascinate me, mate. Friends you usually play with picked up Swax a while ago, so this you got so bad you stopped going for the head, yeah. I unironically would love a mod that just mutes ZSD. To anyone other than the person, like if you're playing Switch Axe you can still hear it for sure. But I do not want to hear it. It is so fucking irritating. It's a shame as well, because I love playing Switch Axe. But I like actually playing Switch Axe rather than just playing Zero Sum Discharge spam. Why so in this case? Your, like, requirement to play things that are difficult so that you can feel accomplished, but also your complete allergic aversion to difficulty. Jesus Christ, she keeps stunning me. Stellar Blade combat's cool. 100% the reason why you did 3 playthroughs. Maybe at some point, someday, I will end up playing it. Probably not. Unless I get made to play it. I don't want to deal with the visuals, shall we say. I don't like the default outfit. I would want something that's more clothing than that. Absolutely surprised when you saw its combat. Tools like. It does seem to be the bit that people enjoy. You play your own music while having the game almost muted. That's very fair. You have put in probably like over 10,000 hours or something into this game, right? So, I'll not blame you for not wanting to listen to it anymore, but still wanting to play it. Souls is such an interesting test case, man. To me. It's so fascinating. Because it has this reputation of being so, like, ridiculously difficult and stuff. But really, it's just, like, patience. The test that makes Souls difficult is entirely patience. It's fascinating. The turntables. She wins this time. Hey, Human Harvest. How are you? Mace's friend is actually a great example right now. Of what you can do is just level up your like equipment loads, truck on the heaviest armor possible so that you got a shitload of poise, and then just pump like a bunch of souls into health. And then the game's piece. You can just attack through everything, heal up whenever you need to. Like, there's not really that difficult anymore. You just have to spend the time grinding, that's all. Which is why it's like an interesting, I think, like research type thing. I feel like it's purely just patience. He loses the war of attrition with his +6. Yeah, well. I mean, if you're actively ignoring game mechanics, you should kind of expect to be fucked. It's the flip side of the coin there. Hey, Human Harvest, how you doing? Plays blind in case it's redeemed or something. I mean, it might be redeemed. Who knows? One day, maybe Mace will redeem it now that he's actually finished it. I don't know if he enjoyed it that much. Elden Ring was the only one you finished because it had helpful tools. Yeah, Elden Ring allowed you to do like crazy amounts of shit before you got into fights. Also, if you explored like all of everything, you ended up so fucking strong. Like I had 7 million souls sitting in the bank at some point, right? How am I doing? I'm doing alright. Still in decent. Did not sleep very well. Because it was loud and I did not like the noise. And it was aggravating me. Other than that, I'm doing good. Get to play Worlds. Happy days, right? Good to do multiplayer in World now, either. Good stuff. Good stuff. This man you won't play known as Force on the game. I mean, I don't look the game itself. My understanding is that the story is maybe a bit bland. But I don't know the validity of that. It's just like purely what I've heard from other people, right? It's just the visual that annoys me. I'm critical of everything I play, though. Even the things I enjoy, right? But if the combat's fun, I'll enjoy the combat at least. That's the important bit. Hey, Summons, welcome. How are you? Puppy session ID. Multi. Bunk. Fishy Akazuro's meme knowing I won't ever play it. Yeah, that one I will never play. Oh, you're playing Palworld again, Human Hours? Is it released already at this point, or are you preempting it, playing it already? Just buying it, fair enough. The Empress Wing. Yeah, I could punch holes throughout the game? What do you mean by that? You know, it's been fine, be presumptuous as you want. You're probably right. I don't mind. Quests being posted. Are these Eugene? They are Eugene. Farming up. Leather the ropes again. Don't have any good enough powers. Yeah. Okay. Ugh. There is a lot that I need to do. This just requires ore. If I do another Azure Loss, I can basically get Azure Loss out the way. It should be good. I think I'm gonna do that once I stop fucking yawning. So we're letting you yawn as well. I'm sorry. Watching someone play your favorite game, all they gotta say is how much they hate it. I think one of the things that gets caught up in that thing is the people don't remember any of the good stuff that gets said, right? As well. Because we're just like wired to remember negativity more. It's just a human thing. I think one of the seldom games I had almost like nothing but negatives to say about it was What's that game called? I've completely forgotten. Yakuza. I really genuinely did not enjoy that. This is just saying. I mean, it's still made by the same people, so like a lot of the things that I don't enjoy, I'm probably still not going to enjoy, right? Same people, same franchise, so in all honesty, I probably still won't like it. Because it's like the baseline core of it that's the problem. It's not like specific mechanics to Like a Dragon, in all likelihood. I don't like beat 'em ups, is the thing, which is what the Yakuza games are normally, right? If I'm not mistaken. I'm not really a huge fan, to be honest. It's part of the info you wasn't aware of, yeah. It's just, that's what I mean, like, there's so much stuff that just at a baseline I'm just not interested in Yakuza. The premise I don't find particularly interesting. The, Yakuza part of it. Not really a fan of beat 'em ups. I find it hard to get like invested as such into the characters and whatnot. But it's like, oh no, bad stuff's happening to them, it's so sad. And I'm like, yeah, well they did just kill, like... God knows how many people that didn't deserve it, and they're extorting people, like, daily, like... I can't really feel that bad for them, to be honest. Did I know? I'm assuming that's Tupac and not Puppet. I don't know who that is in the first place. No, I was not aware. I don't even know who the fuck that is. I'm assuming that's a person. Like a screen name or something? Type of thing? Is a rapper who died in '96. How is he in it then? If he's fucking dead. Your brain blanked out? It's in the chat summons. Some dude who I assume's name is Tupac. Oh yeah, there's a number there, so it is Tupac. It's not Tupac. Some guy called Tupac in 1996 was shot, apparently. Jesus was not shot. Jesus was crucified. Exsanguinated. I don't know what the cause of death would be there. Wasn't he crucified? Yeah, but presumably, to some degree, if you leave the nails in... Like, the reason he died is because he was crucified, but, like, why did he perish, you know? What was the final thing? Starvation, heart failure, exsanguination? I don't know what the cause of death would be in a crucifixion. It's almost always heart failure is the actual, like, reason why someone dies. Snoop Dogg is in it. Snoop Dogg's a Coast Association. So there's a guy with Tupac's face, okay? That's just fucking weird to me, but hey. I would say good for the guy, but he's fucking dead, so it doesn't really fucking matter to him, does it? Hypervolemic shock, progressive asphyxiation. It makes a degree of sense, I suppose. Just heart failure. Good always. Isn't heart failure? Yeah, like something like 70% of all people who die because of heart failure. Well, you can die before your heart stops. If you're decapitated, you don't die because of heart failure. You die because you got decapitated. You know? Does your heart keep going? At least for a little bit, yeah. Probably not for very long, but like for a second or two, maybe? Now we can discuss death. You feel icky. You don't need to feel icky about death. Hey, Basil! Oh, I love him so much. Booba cured immediately. Get your mind off of them, yeah, to distract you with Booba. Prep yourself for the journey towards friends. Good luck, thank you. I don't think we really need it at this point, but thank you. Okay, maybe we do need it at this point. Oh. We took the coward's way out. It's a lie, you got moves. Mover. It was a tactical play. I'm not saying it's the wrong choice. I'm just saying I'm disappointed. You hit 4 counters, which is 4 more than you expected. Congrats, congrats. You get that a lot? People disappointed in you or disappointed yourself? You didn't think Longsword would struggle with sharpness so much? Everything struggles with fucking sharpness in this game before the end of high rank. Pardon me? Hollow, it is your quest. What do I need? Normal Rathalos, Kuliaku, Sitsuyaku, Legiana, Pookie Pookie, Dodogama, Diablos, Black Diablos, Toby Kadachi, Odo, and Devilshay. At the current moment in time. Also Gyros. Great Gyros. Also. I keep forgetting that I need Gyros, but I need Gyros. I should probably focus on that whenever it's my turns to make sure that I get it done without forgetting about it, to be honest. Oh, black and normal. Neat. Did I need 3 of those? I can't remember. I do need 3 of them. That's fucking rancid. Pair of what? Diablos weapons. First one stays as a Diablos weapon the whole time. The second one turns into Acidic Glavenus in Master Rank. And the third one turns into Beatodus in Master Rank. But until that point, I need three Diablos weapons. If they do, they can join mid-quest. We can go. I do remember. Hello, yes. I remember that you had multiple of them, even if I remember correctly. You little shit. Diablos to Beatodus is not a job you would have expected? Yeah, it's a stranger. For sure. That's a bit unfortunate. Still got a decent amount of hits, actually. Nice. Please, Diablos. You can do more than run back and forth. How you play? How's it going? Have I said rack my social security number yet? No, I forgot. Again. Nor do I have one. Me no have no social security number. Me no merkin. Been a minute. It has been a whole second, yeah. You doing alright? Good, good. Glad to hear it. I'm doing good. I am doing good. Nice. Oh yeah, I'm not a quest host, so stuff can clagger again. It's so weird to see after having like 6 quests or something where the monster just never claggered. Ding. Using the mod, yep. I am. You messaged me right after the stream when we were having the little chat that we had. And then because you messaged me, it was taking up a huge chunk of the screen. And I was like, oh yeah! Otherwise I would have forgot. No Wex shenanigans. I honestly haven't looked. I was about to say I don't know if I have anything that has Wex, but I do now because I'm pretty sure that Rathalos has Wex in high. Hey Gianni. Welcome, welcome. Oh, we can actually do stuff for you in this rank as well, can't we? Potentially. There is indeed a spot free. Does the best boy armor have Wex on it? You think? Crazy. I'm pretty sure Diablos has Wex in high rank. Oh, Rathalos, sorry. Wrath Beta has Wex 2 on a level. Okay, cool. Level 1 deco. So I can look at the Wrath B. Did I fight Joe? Yes. Joe has been murdered. As far as high rank is concerned, basically the only things I cannot do are Elder Dragons. I haven't fought the trio. I haven't done Xeno. I haven't done Luna. Behemoth I'm not doing. I can do Basil, I can do Pickle. I think gave you 2 bites. Amazing. Only 1 claw. Average laggy. That hit me, huh? You had that discussion with me and a similar discussion with one other friend. The opinions were night and day. Please. You didn't benefit. I mean, I think ultimately what needs to happen is it just needs to kind of wait until there's more information, right? People are, as always, making very snap judgments, and as always, instead of like having some tact towards the situation, people in charge of PR for things are making it worse than otherwise needs to be by not addressing the elephant in the room. You dude. At least Hollow is attempting to learn to play it because they've not played it before. So there's some niceness in that, right? It's always useful to know how to play the bunch of the weapons, even if... You know. Heavy bowgun spread sounds worse than ZSD. I can understand that. ZSD is more annoying to me because of how loud it is. At least with the spread shot, as long as you're like relatively far away from it, it's kind of like, you know, you're not in the heavy bowgunner's asshole, it's a bit quieter. If you're playing melee, because ZSD is attached to the monster that you're actively fighting, it's so fucking annoying. Because you can't escape the noise. Spread is also an irritating one, though. I will 100% agree. Great sword man, heavy bowguns a foot away. Yeah. Yeah, there's not a lot you can do in that case. There's a back break. Nice. Ooh. Trying your best, exactly. You're learning hammer, hunting horn, light bowgun, and sword and shield post-speed. I've had a thought flipping around in my head for a few days at this point. Of if I ever go and play post-world titles again, I'm genuinely considering playing a weapon that I otherwise would, like, not play. Something like, I don't know, hammer, hunting horn, light bowgun, maybe. Because I feel like if I play any of the weapons that I have any degree of actual knowledge with, I'm not gonna have fun. I at least think that's a relatively significant thing with wilds for me. Is that dual blades are so overtuned in that game that I basically don't need to play the game. We want a tower cut maybe next time, yeah. I was focusing on trying to get the head break for a long time. Overturning won't be getting better? Yeah, exactly. Depends if they boost expansion stuff by a comparative amount on the monster side, right? But who knows? Who knows? Cameron Sword and Shield are great fun. Yeah, they are. People never give Sword and Shield specifically enough credit for how good it is. Oh, Anton's already done it. Never mind. Remember your purpose, Blade Boy? Already seen discourse about Ascendance, just staying out of it. Other than like very broad strokes, people being like, I'm looking forward to it, I'm not looking forward to it. I'm just gonna provide same spoiler wall that I always do for any Monster Hunter thing here, so if anyone starts trying to talk about it in actual terms, they're just gonna get warned, and then if they keep going, booted, so you at least probably don't have to worry about that too much here. Since I'm not interested in it, it means that I can actually watch the trailers. Because the trailers aren't going to reveal the entire game. Well, they're probably going to reveal the entire game like they normally do, but I won't care, right, this time? So I can actually do spoiler watch. Which is fun. It's the weird upside. Not giving a shit. You just play games. I like to try and understand games. And understand why I do and don't like things, which means I need to look at the reasons why I do and don't like things. They give you a great fire weapon, everything's immune to fire all of a sudden. Yeah, you finally get a good fire weapon and then it's fucking Elder's Recess. I'm just, given up, right? I was expecting news about Ascendance and TGS, but in Gamescom in Germany. They got other games to show. I think it's less that and more that they said it specifically would be in summer, right? I don't know when TGS happens, but they said summer, and it's the month, like as Oni has correctly said before, it's E3 month, so it makes sense to reveal it. Genuinely, the thing that's perplexing to me is it doesn't have a release date. It just has a release year. You've gotten DMs being like, why are you playing a bad game? I don't know how the fuck you attract these people, Oni. Gamescom is in August. They'll probably do another trailer at that point then. Maybe with release date or something. Who knows? Or they'll save it for TGS. It's Monster Hunter, right? They spam trailers out. They fucking spam trailers out for Monster Hunter. More info will come towards release. Not that we know when release is. More info will come sometime before the end of 2027. Woo. Thanks, Capcom. Good, we don't have a release, really? I find it very straight. I mean, it was never going to be this year. Not when they were still patching, right? Onimusha? Code Veronica remake? I don't, I'm not a Resident Evil person. Well, I don't know the significance of that. But cool that you're looking forward to it. I'm glad it was hype for you. You're fine with them, what happened? We'll have to take with the base game. The more common thing with many games now, that days that we're given are just the year over a day. It is, yeah. And then the full date comes out closer to the release time, and then they delay it anyway, so... Questions why they don't just tell you it in the first place, and they're not going to make it regardless. It's probably just me being mean, though. You adore the Basil weapons? The Basil weapons look great, yeah. They came out and specified it wasn't the RE3 guys working on the Veronica remake. Oh, it was the RE3 one. Not very well received. In that case. I mean, they'll come out closer, right, Danny? Closer to the time. It'll happen. It's poorly done. Oh, okay, fair enough. Wounded the first is Nergi, yeah. He's my next main quest. I would have thought that you would get them in conjunction with each other, but it won't be for a very long time. Right. Won't be for a long time. Welcome, Danny. It's good to have you again. Is this original RE3 that was poorly done, or the remake that was poorly done? The remake, okay. You're not that slow, Hollow, it's fine. You take a perfectly reasonable amount of time, don't worry about it. Resident Evil 3 remake was dog shit. Yeah, not liked, to say the least, then. Remake omitted some major sections, turned them into on-rail sections that were borderline cutscenes. Ooh. Yeah, not great then. Not really what you want. Played remake, someone 8 walked in. Look clear what was to be played next. My friend, who looks forward to forcing me to play Scary Face, I think is genuinely conflicted on whether they should make me play that game. Because apparently it's like that bad. I don't have a PS1, so I wouldn't be able to play them. It would have to be the Steam ones that were released. I mean, I would get it on Steam unless there's some demonstrable advantage to the GOG version. Just for the sake of convenience of having all my stuff in the same place. I stand by that I don't necessarily know if I would love those games, but if the Steam ones are identical, yeah, then it wouldn't matter. I would want it on Steam at that point. Sometimes with GOG, there's like specific shenaniganry that goes on in terms of like mods or whatever. Or like community editions. I don't know. I remember it happened for something before. Vampire the Masquerade, eh? Bloodlines. Gianni said to specifically get it on GOG. Because there was a patch that I think like only worked with GOG. Empire the Catastrophe. I enjoyed that game overall. It was just really let down towards the end. It was fun though. You don't think you'll ever get anything on GOG? Why is that? Oh, there was a thing that happened with GOG recently, right? I don't remember. Very well. Graph chest has Wex and low? Oh. Huh. Neat. For you, for the summer stuff, Xbox, Nintendo, and Summer Games Festival had signed. Meanwhile, State of Play. I can't immediately think of anything that anyone has mentioned specifically from State of Play. Other than just like it's also coming out on other stuff as well. But Cyberpunk Collector's Edition came with a physical cover. Only a code for GOG. Wanted to play a game again? 2 years. Your account doesn't exist. Support can't help you. That fucking blows. God of War being woke because woman. Yeah, the standard small brain opinion. Ripper Brain. It's the Kankara man. I did not name them by their actual lineages, which would have been smart. Hello, your quest. Naughty Dog are the Uncharted people, right? Okay, cool. And Last of Us? I didn't play them. I just watched the first one. And then didn't care about the second one. A hell of a title. Does that look fugly? That seems fine to me. Doesn't look amazing, doesn't look terrible. Looks just fine. Dunno. Wait, did I skip Gianni's quest? I skipped Gianni's quest, didn't I? I'm so sorry, Gianni. You can have the one after this, then we'll do N10, then we'll do you again. Four interesting games from Xbox. And the relevant thing is what consoles they're on, right? In my mind, just because it's in a specific announcement, if it's on all of the consoles anyway, then it doesn't really matter, right? Although I presume the ones that came in the various showcases were exclusives. That's a bit inconvenient. People losing sight of you in the same room and not magically knowing where you are at every given moment. Yeah. That's nice. Excited for Gears of War and Halo. Not played Halo in years. I must admit, I'm wholly unaware of how the Halo existence went after, like, the first 3 games. I have no idea what, like, the common feeling is towards them. Played every Halo until Infinite, which was semi-open world. Right. Didn't Gears of War as a franchise like end as well, or not? Wait, this isn't. Well, we've got to kill both of them anyway, so fuck it. I guess. Well, just got longsword screwed. The new title for Gears is making you laugh. What is it? Oh no, Gears did go all the way up to like 5, didn't it? I think I even played it. Gears of War, E-Day. Oh, right, yeah. Because of the, what's called the emergence, isn't it? In games. Give Halo 1 to 5 and ODST on yourself. I want to remember that one of the Gears games had like a defensive type play mode that was really interesting to me. But I don't think it worked quite the way I wanted it to, so I never really like played much of it. G-Day. It's what caused the enemies to appear. Men finally found the G-spot. God of War was another one. Or Gears. God of War? Gears? What's it called? Gears? It's just called Gears, right? Actually, don't know. It's called Gears of War, okay. It's very confusing. I don't think I played that many of them, to be honest. I think I played, like, 2, and then, like, 5. I was never really a big Xbox person. But yeah, I remember that. It's called G-Rank because... Got out of the goddamn sky here. Actually has a meaning behind it? Yeah, exactly. I think Eugene just wanted the transition. To talk about silly monster, I think. Although... as funny as E-holes are, it would be funny if it was P-holes. Throw a grenade in that P-hole! It is to me anyway, because I'm a child. The E-holes? I haven't got, I don't know. I remember playing a little bit of Gears Tactics. Because it was on Game Pass when I had it for like £1 1 month. I was like, oh yeah, they call them E-holes. It's so weird. Strange name. Yeah, it is Gianni, and then it's N10. And then it's Gianni again. Gianni wanted a Diablos. Not a Diablos, sorry, a Devil Joy. Have a D. You think Gears free? It's 4-player co-op, which is interesting. You meant E-Day, but hit 3? Right. Yeah, I haven't really had a... I can't really think of any games that have, like, linear campaigns in a way that I have any interest in. That aren't, like, stuff like that game that I play with my partner that I can't remember the fucking name of anymore. The one that was before Split Fiction and stuff like that, which feel like play with partners. Oh, you gotta watch the cutscene in that one before we can join. Oh, you've actually gotta knock the have the Devil Drawer off the handler before we can join that one. Yeah, that way round. You never did show on the save. Amazing. I do not have a show quest, sadly. Other than just the default one. Two silver. There we go then. There we go then. You can't join and leave though, right, Eugene? Because it doesn't work in this game. Because it will leave and your spot will permanently be taken up in the lobby. So. But Hollow has one, so it's fine. We're good. Do the quest with, but then the rotation is a fucking nightmare, man. It Takes Two was one of your partner and yours' favourites. I enjoyed It Takes Two, but I think it was mostly just because I was playing it with my partner rather than because I enjoyed the game. As such. It's not necessarily my thing. I had an alright time with it. I especially enjoyed beating my partner at like half the minigames. Oh. They did well, it's fine. It's a cute little story though. God, I want flinch free so fucking bad. Oh. play many co-ops either. It feels hard to find, like, actually enjoyable co-op games. As opposed to games that happen to have co-op but weren't, like, very necessarily designed with it, it feels like. Like, there's nothing that makes it co-op, right? You're just doing the same thing in tandem. I feel. Me and the small one don't really have a massive overlap in terms of the games that we enjoy either, so that makes it a lot harder. Why are you sobbing? I mean, technically, my dear, when I finish Katana Zero, it could go then. Because the only thing I would be putting there is Iron's thing, and it's horrible and I don't like it. Would be like 2 days and then it would be, yeah, it would be 2 days of Lobotomy Corp and then 2 days of SMT and then another day of Lobotomy Corp, which is just like fucking, that's horrible. I don't like that. I'd rather do 3 sequential days followed by 1 day of SMT and then 1 day of, in this scenario, Satisfactory, I guess. SMP? All you had? Yeah, when Katana Zero is done, which I think Weiss said for them to get all the achievements took like 22 hours or something. It's a very short game. Which would be not even 3 weeks worth, right? No, I play 7 hours, so 7, 14, 21. Maybe, yeah, 3 weeks, maybe. If I look stuff up. Which I will do, because all of the achievements are hidden, and even if you look at the hidden achievement, it's like, find the insert thing that has no description of where it is. I don't want to spend God knows how long scouring every fucking level. SMT will be on Fridays at that point. Do this. Sometimes they say like find the hidden, I don't know, starfish on chapter 3 or something, right? And then at least you have some like vague idea of what to do. And you can attempt to find it to yourself to some degree. But from what I saw, a lot of them are just like, in this example, it would be like just find the hidden starfish. Just like, okay, but it's gonna take me way too long. Friday's your home at 1? Might hit the gym, yeah. It would be, at least the time you've given me at the moment is to start at 5. Yeah, what I wrote down is Canon of Vengeance. Try and complete story on hard. But really, it's just like going about it however I want. Because I don't think that's going to be enough time. Hence the try. Imagine finishing games, don't need to, do it all the time. Hell, if you do exclamation mark sheet or whatever it is, there's a full fucking list of the ones that I have done. Imagine not having a backlog? Yeah, don't need to. I don't have one. Okay, well, I can't actually do Tail unless I get orange. Just play the game, fuck game to the end, yeah. Typically, if I'm not enjoying something that I'm playing on stream, what I like to do is try and rush the ending though, so that logic doesn't work. Yeah, at 60 hours it isn't going to be a win. Like, it's not going to happen. Considering that the time to beat seems to be like 51 hours on people playing on normal. Ain't happening. You're still at the very end of Stories 3 and you've still not finished it. I honestly would have finished it just to then like continue if you're just doing like side stuff and whatnot at that point. But I guess maybe that kills the motivation. you're distracted, you don't go back into it. Weren't you playing it like yesterday? Or this morning or something? Fair enough. Oh, I don't think I ever pinned the Badwing. I should do that. I didn't wishlist it. That was silly. Now you're playing a Zelda game you've already finished many times. As long as you're having fun, that's what matters, right? That's the important bit. Rather than arbitrarily forcing yourself to finish something that you don't care to play. That's kind of what's really nice about streaming stuff in a way. Is once I've started it, I've like fooled myself into thinking I have like an obligation to keep playing it. In a way. I'm like, I have to though. I need two fangs. Okay. It was bad when someone gifted you Outlanders thinking you would enjoy it. You gave it 3 to 4 hours, wasn't cutting it. Felt bad they gifted it to you. You can't play something you don't enjoy. Yeah. Yeah, I always feel terrible when people gift me stuff and then I don't end up playing it as well. Sometimes it's not even just that, like, I don't want to play it. It's just that there's always other stuff I want to play more. Like if I get a, say a roguelike or something, it would just be that I want to play a different roguelike even though that one's there and I'm like, I want to play that one more, so I'm going to play that one. It just feels terrible, right? Like, it's not that I don't appreciate it, I do. Ozzy was also a good pick. Yeah. Most games you pick up have a 70% chance of getting dropped when you throw a Monster Hunter session in. I am very glad that I just do not give a shit about playing Monster Hunter off stream anymore. I've played so much of it that I have no desire to play it off stream anymore. It gives me so much time to be like, oh, what do I want to do instead? To then end up just playing like fucking like Dead by Daylight or something because I want to play with my friends, my partner. And still not getting anything done that I wanted to do anyway, but. Can't even recall where you picked up on Quasi. The trailer, wasn't it? World used to be your comfort drawback, and you couldn't decide anything or couldn't be asked to play anything. Yeah. Sorry? You picked Quasi up from a trailer, didn't you? I remember you showing me the trailer and I was immediately just like, I have no interest in this trailer. Because it's immediately just like super hardcore music with visuals, like not hardcore visuals going on in the background. I'm like, this is so unrepresentative. They always are, sadly. Those types of trailers. What Zelda game are you playing? Ready? You're playing Oracle of Ages, which is on Game Boy Color. Neat. Ow. I have Helldivers. Do you though? I feel like you get more stressed out every time Helldivers comes up rather than relaxed. Listen, you stupid. Don't see how that helps. If Skyward Sword for Switch still in plastic wrap. I never played Skyward Sword. Zelda's one of those really weird things to me, where I had such a... I feel impactful, I guess, is a good word, to a degree. I had such a, like, significant memories of Wind Waker and of Twilight Princess, and I really enjoyed them, but then I didn't really have any desire to play any of the other Zelda games, really. It's so strange. Nor do I really have any desire to replay, at least Twilight Princess. This one is Gianni. Again. Twilight Princess is the reason you and your best friend met? Oh, cute. Another Joe for Gianni, okay. You also need Tool Fang's face break, and it is. It's one of your least favorite? I got it because Zelda, fair enough. I wish I enjoyed them more. So okay, on the Switch, the motion controls are wonky due to being done by gyro. Using controllers a little clunkier because the game was built purely for motion, yeah. The serious look over the other ones made it your favourite one. That is something that I really enjoy about Twilight Princess. Is Twilight Princess on the Switch 2 emulator? The GameCube? It's not? Okay. Crema. Yeah, turning into a wolf was fun in that game. Well, that's not very good for my stamina that I decided to jump at that exact moment. You got it on the Wii? I had it on the Wii as well. But it was on GameCube as well, right? If I remember correctly. I only remember there being a Wii version. I had no idea there was a GameCube version for the longest time. Initially, a GameCube release got delayed to Wii launch. Oh, okay. Neat. I have no idea. mirrored? Was the Wii version mirrored? You need to play more Zelda games. I feel like that sometimes, and then I'm like, maybe that's the reason I haven't, like. What does that even mean? The map is like in a mirror, it's just the other way around. If you would turn left, you would turn right instead. Wii version was mirrored to the GameCube version because the motion controls made the sword right-handed. Ah, okay. Whereas it was otherwise in the left hand? That works, I guess. Link is left-handed. He's left-handed in most games. Neat. I really like Wind Waker. I think Wind Waker was really good. Is it bad that whenever someone says, like, it's canon about something, I get, like, a chill up my back. I'm like, oh no, here we go. At this point. Right-handed in Breath of the Wild. Is he in Tears of the Kingdom? Yeah? Dang, that would have been really funny. He wanted one of them, but then wanted to do the next one. Big hand, dude? No, he's ambidextrous. This is what he fucking wants. If being ambidextrous would be amazing. Could argue Tears of the Kingdom isn't handed at all. I don't think I understand the game enough for that comment. Did he have his arms cut off or something? has a prosthetic arm? I see. First phase break. I think he still has 2 in this game, if I remember. Is it chill to be on the map for R0? I definitely had enough of it in Breath of the Wild. Like, I did not want any more of it again. It was enjoyable enough. I don't think I'm able to give properly good, like, evaluations of how the game maps are in that game. Because I feel like I have nigh on perpetual open world burnout at this point. Hi, Diablos. Yeah, playing on your PC monitor to the old ass TV, yeah. Quite a different experience. Give a tiny bit of burn for open world, it's starting to make you feel overwhelmed. I was already a bit burnt out by the time that Breath of the Wild came around. And then I think Breath of the Wild pushed it over the edge for me, where I'm like, I'm so sick of this shit now. And then it's just continued to get worse and worse and worse and worse. Because, like, it might be a bit of an over-exaggeration, but I feel like linear games have kind of fucking died. The only way you can get a break from open world is to just cease playing games altogether, it feels like. I think we only got one face break there, unfortunately. So I don't know if we'll get the Tool Fang from that. The only open world you'd enjoy to come back to is Witcher 3. I've tried to go back to Witcher 3 a few times and I just can't. The game is just too long to commit to for that long for me. So like 150 hours. I was like, just. Couldn't finish it because it was just side quest after side quest. There is a fucking ton of them, yeah. Yeah, we didn't get the double head break, I don't think, so I don't know if that's able of giving you a tool fang or not. I got one. I still need 5 more, but that's next rank's problem, not this rank's problem. Combat's not the best, but enjoyable enough, yeah. It's extremely dated at this point, for sure. Time to develop a pet peeve on longsword. You can't hit your parries on a good day. Please stop running away. Yep. That is the thing. Oh, I need to forge it. It's a forge. You, Breath of the Wild 2 of the Kingdom did great. Enjoyed it, had a large variety, didn't feel empty. I think I'm just at the point where I just can't enjoy it anymore. Like, I'm just tired. I can enjoy games that have an open world in them, right? But I can't enjoy the open world aspect of it. Like, I'm playing Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 at the moment. I'm having a great time with the game. It's very enjoyable. But the speed at which I got sick of the open world was very quick. Just tired. I think that's my quest. Let's do this again. I think one of the things that I enjoy that KCD2 does with its open world is that can you, whoever this is, I'm very happy for you to join in, but can you bring your equipment down to a level that's appropriate, please? Because we're in high rank, and that is very much all of the monsters are going to insta-die gear. I'm just going to pop you out of the quest so someone else can pop in. Very happy to have you on, but that stuff is very, very OP. Compared to what we have access to at the moment. The full late game, end game, post game stuff. Yeah, something that KCD2 does really well, I think, is scale. That I feel like a lot of other open world games really fail on. I don't necessarily know if like the scale of the map is represented very well. But the difference between when you're walking through villages and stuff compared to how absolutely like almost claustrophobic it feels when you're walking through a town it's very well done, like impressively done to a degree I've not seen before really in games. The stark difference between going through a little village and going through a town is crazy. I think it's probably because it doesn't have any like fantastical set pieces, right? That's probably what helps it to be able to maintain that level of scale. It's not like you're going to use Breath of the Wild as an example. You're not going to like a fucking volcano and a realm of water and all of this shit, right? Massive ass, chunky ass desert. While those things are great for variety, they kind of fuck scale. Unless you wanted to take forever to climb a mountain. I'm feeling getting lost in a forest, lost in a volcanic area, then snow, then desert. Very fair. Skyrim. I enjoyed it when I played it when I was younger, but I must say, as the age I am now, I fail to see the fascination with Skyrim. I don't get it. I don't know if it's just like a right time, right place thing. And because it's got like a relatively low skill floor that a lot of people were able to enjoy it and stuff. It's just like no meat for me, you know? Everything feels very shallow. I think it might just be like right place, right time that it released, and that feeling that people had at that point, it still provokes that wanderlust. When you're wandering through the world, that feeling of when you had the first time where you don't know what anything is and everything's so like fantastical and stuff. I think I have that, but specifically with the one of the DLCs for Skyrim. Is it Sheogorath or something? I don't remember the name. Hello, Omnipelagia attack. 7 from one quest? Crazy. Sarah praised a lot of things about Breath of the Wild. Here's the Kingdom's World. I think a lot of people have. It's kind of funny to me with like the difficulty thing that exists with Dark Souls. I think it's your quest, Hollow. A lot of the things that people take grievance with, specifically in regards to Breath of the Wild, the Shivering Isles, that's it. Thank you, Gianni. Is an innate part of the game that's meant to be the way it is. it's meant to have like lowered amounts of music when you're walking around and all that stuff, because it's meant to be a bit more atmospheric and all of that bollocks, right? And that's leveled at it as a critique, and it's like, no, that's the point. You might not like it, but it's designed that way intentionally. It's not, they haven't fucked it up, right? Like, you could not like it, it's valid, but I do not have a Legiana. Optional it is, yep. The Shivering Isles. When I was a wee lad. Back in the day! That actually probably would have been back in the fucking day, to be honest. That was a long time ago at this point, right? I distinctly remember that feeling of Wanderlust, the Shivering Isles. It being so weird and like abnormal and all over the place terrain-wise was very fascinating. And I can see how nostalgic it would be for me if I ever cared to play Oblivion enough to get back to that point before I get bored of the fact that combat is just... It feels like slapping each other with a piece of paper until someone gets enough paper cuts that they die. Or stealth archery, if you actually want to kill something in any appreciable amount of time. Just play the Oblivion remaster? Yeah, just shit out my entire life savings for a remaster. Easy! Life storage? Oh, is it a chunky one? How was Katana Zero yesterday? Fucking weird. It was fun, but that game is fucking weird. 120 gigabyte? Oh, so just the normal game size now then? Some 360, yeah. Completely unoptimized textures is how they did that. Copy pasted the code and then didn't bother optimizing a single one of the textures. Also probably like forcefully downloading 4K textures onto everyone's games or something. Despite the fact the majority of people don't need it. That tends to be a thing that happens a lot at this point, I feel. I feel like Oblivion's one of those things where it's like, I would be interested in playing it, but 100% chance, some degree of the way through playing it, I would get distracted by something that was just more engaging. And I would just play that instead. Yeah. There was something that I was thinking about playing recently and I've forgotten what it was. Which is a good thing, I suppose, but also I was kind of looking forward to it. Oh, Bannerlords! That was it. The combat in KCDT in Kingdom Come keeps making me think of Bannerlord, and it keeps making me want to play Bannerlords. Even though I know I'm not going to finish a campaign, because I will never finish a campaign of Bannerlord in my fucking life. Been doing well on Enter the Gungeon. Oh yeah? Nice. Gungeon's great. There's a reason why we got the Junket emote. Gungeon's a great game. One of the few that I have 100%ed achievements wise. I have all achievements. Took time, but you're getting better. It is a hard game. It's very difficult. No gem, huh? And only one claw? That's kind of rough. That's kind of rough. Enter. Here's you. Ugh, God. I love the end music for that game as well. You wanted to see the credits at least once. The credits are really fun at that game. I love the music. So much. It's so fun. I am sleepy, yeah. The dying youth. Playing the loud music. How dare they celebrate the little shitheads. Oh god, it's the Radaban. There should be better like us, exactly. Where's the hatred of life gone? You need to tweak something in your brain to force you to go to bed around 11 to 12, not 3 to 4. Wake up earlier. If alarms actually wake you up and you can force yourself awake, because then you'll just be so fucking tired all the time that you'll make yourself go to sleep. Because even your coffee won't help you. You wake up between 7 and 8? Okay, I don't know then, you're just fucked. I don't know, I can't function. Like, I just do not function if I have that low sleep. I'd just turn into a zombie. Just 3 more. That's a gold reward. You can get 3 from a gold reward, I think. As soon as you wake, you're up. That's it. You can't go back to sleep. I would eventually pass out on that amount of sleep. Like, I would just fall asleep by this. Why I can't stream if I've had really bad sleep. Because I will just fall asleep and stream. Don't drink as much coffee as you used to. Never touched energy drinks. I've never touched energy drinks either. And I don't want to torture myself to liking something that you can get addicted to so that I can baseline function on the days where I get bad sleep. Just seems a bit otherwise in my mind. Powered by water. Or by red stuff, as Chisel calls it. Not apple juice, it's red. It would be so expensive. That's like living in luxury. If you filled up one of these with apple juice twice a day, and then another one at night, it would be so fucking expensive, man. be my entire budget. Just apple juice. Like that one candle beam. Depends what apple juice you get. I think regardless of how you swing it, if you're drinking 3 liters of apple juice a day, that's gonna be fucking expensive regardless. I don't think there's a way around that one. How many liters? 3. I think this thing is just under a liter. And I usually have about 3 of them a day. Yeah, like 2 and a 3/4, but hey. That would cost you £3 from Aldi every single day. How much is Saft? Saft. Yeah. Haft, yeah. That's what I drink. A cordial. Squash. Whatever you want to call it. Saft. It's not apple saft, it's called, what is it called? Summer something? Summer smultron? I think. Gianni, your quest. Skip you for now, okie dokie. Pookie Pookie, please. Turns out you need a low rank leggy? Oh god. Why was there such a response to the word sap? Germans went crazy all of a sudden. Six-pack for 189, which has 1.2 liters. That would be far more expensive though, right? Saft. S-A-F-T. No Pookie? Okay, I'll post one of my Pookie ones. Pookie Pookie. Apple or orange, that is? I don't know what the thing above says, so sure, apple or orange. The fucking Giga Chan icon at the end. You're tempted to pick up orange apple juice. And it's all your fault. You can't even blame me for this. This is entirely on you. Apple juice is good. I think I would get sick of 3 liters of apple juice a day very fucking quickly, though. Apple over orange, agreed. Doesn't it act like a mild laxative? Apple juice? That would be very funny. Absolutely fucking disastrous. At that point, you're putting 3 liters of apple juice in and getting 3 liters of apple juice straight out again. You can put it money glitch, yeah. You can just put it straight back in the bottle. According to Google, yes, it does have a mild laxative effect. Neat. Like to tell this bottle of warm apple juice. You can put it in the fridge first or something. You look like apple juice? If you're assigning people's names to their colors like my brain loves to do, not entirely inaccurate. Drink enough coffee to not worry about it? Is coffee an anti-pooper? I don't know what the opposite of a laxative is. Coffee is a big pooper, okay. So you're already just shitting it anyway. Just doubling down at that point. Gunning in the top area is impossible. Your shots just vanish? Weird. You gotta whip out the melee attacks at that point, N10. Ugh. My body is exhausted. So weird. annoying. Hello. I need a lot of Pookie. Yep. I just need sacks. Basically. At this point, I think the only thing I need is tungsten sacks. I need at least 8. Wait, do I need these on everything at this point? No, I don't. I need 8 tungsten sacks. And I might need more for the next rank as well. Unfortunately. Thanks for the hunts. Thank you very much for the hunts, Gianni. Appreciate the help. No, you don't need them for the next rank. So, provided I've already got the rest of the stuff. So yeah, I just need the sacks. That's it. It's just fucking sacks. HR 795 needs help to farm low rank leggy. Yeah. So you know it's good. You have an unhealthy count though, you have a new bottle of ramen in society. Is that also gonna make you shit yourself? I don't know. You should also not drink 3 liters of rum. Especially not every day. Why not? You will die. 3 liters of apple juice to counteract the 3 liters of rum. Good shit going on there. The bottle is only 1 liter. Also, that will be ludicrously expensive. 3 liters of rum a day would be nuts. If you're enjoying it, would it be a waste? If you die, yes. Yes, it would. You're dead? What do you care? Well, I mean, you're alive at the moment. Presumably, you would hope at the moment you still care about what other people would think. And how it would affect them. Like your partner? don't know how long it would take for you to succumb to that necessarily. It would probably be quicker, like in one go, I imagine, instead. 3-1 liter bottles of rum would be cheaper than buying Wild's premium edition twice. Is that how we're judging costs now? Might be healthier. Tony does spend a lot of time playing Monster Hunter. Might be onto something. The run won't last this long though. Especially if you drink it 3 liters a day. How do they store rum? Like lots of it? Is it a barrel thing? £34! Ugh! Dude, alcohol is so fucking expensive. That's crazy. It's probably for the best, but... Your quest on 10. I have a high rank Legiana now. Ta-da! Just type this. Okay. 2 Wilds premiums is 180. 90 quid. Oh, expensive now, man. Cost too dang much money. Don't go cheap, because it's a tree. Fair enough. I don't know if it'd be much of a treat anymore if you're drinking 3 liters of it a day, though, right? This psychotic hypothetical. Not really a treat at that point. Is this entirely in the host world? Oh my god, it is. Nice. Not every weekend either, just all the ones you play Helldivers in. You bring out vodka shot for that. This vodka, you're not going straight absent. Common sense to know what you're doing. Well, no one else does. Who else has joined him? We don't want to drop to the level. But only they're all max level. So are you? So what you're telling me is you're already on that level then? Oh. And how does that make you feel? You're on par with them. You say you come here out of spite, but really, you're the one being tormented. Whee! Just a bit more. I'll have good weapons. Just a bit more. Everyone gone already? Enton's still here. Hollow, I believe, is upgrading a weapon. Potentially. It's N10? Yeah, Lazarus is N10. Do they still do that in, like, modern? Pokemon anime. The who's that Pokemon thing, and then go on break. Does that still exist? Not watched it yet? Yeah, neither have I. That surprised me. That'll be fucking difficult at this point, right? If they have access to the full roster. Those little shits every single time. There's like 1 million of them now. I don't think there's 1 million, but they are over 1,000, right? Quite like a good chunk, I think. Not sure. Ash pissed you off too much. It's not Ash anymore. They killed the immortal child. I don't think he died, but that would have been funny. Pikachu ate him. Just show. Yeah, right. It's a fucking circle. Jigglypuff seen from above. Oh, illegal camp. Nice. You know this reference? Oh, that's a reference? I do not. Is my very distinct feeling that I don't want to know the reference correct, perchance? I'm not done with Dodo, but the only thing I need for Dodo is a singular Mortail at this point. Neat. You're so close to being done with A-Star. Nice. Then you get to farm shitloads of Luna. Woo! Aren't you happy? 50 fucking hard bones! Damn! To be fair, it's all those bugs from the next rank that all need free, but damn! Jesus. Completely fair. Absolutely, like, no character growth at any point in that character. It's insane. Okie dokie. That is going to be Monster Hunter done for today. I will be back with some Katana Zero after about 10-15ish minutes or so of break. If you just want Monster Hunter, however, there will be more next Thursday. Fucking spell correctly. You can see one on that link there. Otherwise, I'll be back 10-15 minutes or so. See you in a sec.